the teaching on interbeing is very, very important. To me, interbeing encompasses all teachings of the Buddha. And I have this model of a yin-yang bean. They are real beans. And this is a model of this bean. You can see that it's small like this. And half of the bean is white and half of the bean is black. On the white half, there's a black dot. And on the black half, there's a white dot. In the white, there's the black. In the black, there's the white. Right? So I call this an interbeing. This is in that, and that is in this. Okay? Interbeing, which illustrates the teaching of the Buddha on interbeing. We think ourselves as self-made, completely independent and separate from everything else. And yet, we know that if we just remove the water element from our body, be shrunken. It's like when we die and we are cremated, all the water element has been extracted. The weight of the ashes is equivalent to our body weight when we were born. So this, however big, burly your body is, when you become ashes, just a bag, like a baby. So water element, all the food we have consumed, but also all the news, the world views, attitudes we've also consumed from our families, our society. So if when we think we are separate and independent, that's an illusion. It's a delusion. So we see interbeing, and it's so important because it helps us heal that sense of separateness, of divisiveness that is taking place in our society. Families are divided, a nation divided by ideologies, views, dogmas, that we cannot look at each other face to face, that we do everything to undercut, to discount, discredit each other's work. And that happens a lot in the political arena and also everywhere else, at workplace, etc. But to learn about interbeing, you are in me and I am in you. Your happiness is my happiness, and if you suffer, I will suffer too. This nation is only strong because we are together. If we try to divide, to see some are more superior, others are inferior, then this country will become weak and vulnerable and not helpful to other nations at all. So interbeing helps us to be more humble, to be more realistic, and also to reach out for each other more and to cooperate with each other. It removes discrimination and preferences, okay? Because it is in essence a teaching of non-self. Not only this is in that, but this is because that is. This is because that is. You see? And that is because this is. And also this is not because that is not. Like our country right now is very divided. The state is it is like that because of all the unmindful consumption, the news feeds, the media feeds, all the exploitation, ideologies that we have, that we've become very strong in our views, but in our ethical behaviors, they have become wayward, not very wholesome, not very beneficial, you see? So this is because that is. And this is not, our nation doesn't have that camaraderie, that solidarity, that strength. It's not because we have not taken care of our spiritual life. We have pursued a life of wealth, of comfort, material comfort. We have not taken care of our young generations, of the people who are more marginalized and disadvantaged, because we have not taken care of each other. That is why our society is at its present state. So interbeing is a very, very deep teaching and a deep practice too. So every time when we see ourselves thinking in a divisive, discriminative, dualistic way, we can breathe and smile and think of interbeing. Do I see that enemy out there is also in me? Do I see their weaknesses are also in me? And do I also see their strengths and talent and good intentions are in me? And that my whichever weaknesses or strengths in me, they're also there in others. In that way, we will be more supportive of each other.